Sometimes, when we peer into the darkness, something peers back. In this case, it happens to be Godzilla, the brightest star ever discovered by our friends in the greater astronomy community. Well, the meme's been made. You all know what that means. We conjecture ahead. That's the thing. That's Professor
Although
Wolfram.
this is going to be weird, and it's going to be about a different.
Title of the conference was something like "Ground Truth" or "Turtles All the Way Down," and so it seems as though there's one Ruliad. I don't think it rules them all, and it might be just hyper-rulial turtles all the way down.
Yes, it's on the back of an infinite number of hyper-rulial turtles.
There's people are commenting on the outrage of hacking the universe on a MacBook Air.
Hey guys, what's going on? Memes here. Yes. I know. Apparently, it's not the only kaiju star. So eventually, to summarize what's going on, basically with new JWST data, comparing it with a lot of the old Hubble data that we have as well. Basically, they had discovered a star. They nicknamed it Godzilla. More recent findings, basically, they named a star Mothra because it seemed to be quite bright. Actually, have a fairly low surface temperature, and it was ginormous, according to our best modeling at this time. Hence, Kaiju star. Yeah, I think that's pretty neat. Hey, I see you there, Rick. I've been hearing about that. I really haven't had the heart to look it up because I'm almost terrified to look what's going on. But on a lighter note, scientists face down Godzilla, the most luminous star known. And of course, this is a paywalled article in Nature. It might actually be worth spending that. All I know is that other preprint article, or from that other journal, the Royal Letters, it was like $12,000. I'm like, okay, I get for 24 hours, like $30 a month. Okay, Scientific Access, that's not too bad if one's going to be utilizing it. Yeah, if it's worth it to you. But the quick note, yeah, basically it's all paywalled. So we go to our friends at IFL Science. So again, like to say, all this stuff is in the doobly-doo. Feel free to peruse at your discretion. Ridiculously bright kaiju star named Mothra could be clue to explain dark matter. Oh yeah. Basically, one of the reasons why they're basically able to see these stars, which apparently seem to have magnitudes of basically some galaxies we may be observing, to my recollection, it's conjectured that there seems to be a very potent gravitational lens. I think for Godzilla, it magnifies it by like 44 times or something like that. Being conjectured that's dark matter. Why? Because there seems to be a lot of gravitational effects there, and we don't see nothing. Hence, it's dark or invisible matter. So, we do know a couple of types of dark matter currently. Full disclosure: neutrinos and black holes. Those are things that we have discovered or figured out at this point. It's usually not the dark matter a lot of folks are looking for, though. That's a different discussion. But jump into a little bit. What's going on? Oh my God, LS1. That was a very nice engine. Hey, it's no replacement for displacement. Certain folks will get that. Astronomers have observed a giant star system, probably composed of a pair of stars. This is far too bright for the distance over which we see it. According to a yet-to-be published paper, the stars being gravitationally lensed by something massive between us and it. However, with no suitably placed galaxies to do the job, the light could be being bent by a patch of dark matter, possibly around a small star cluster. If so, identifying this phenomenon might be the key to explain what dark matter actually is. Oh my God, the advertisements on the modern internet! Oh my God. I see why people use pop-up blockers. Yes. When a star named Icarus was detected in 2018, I love the names. It opened an exciting new opportunity here as an immensely bright star, but nonetheless, at at such a great distance, we would not normally be able to make it out individually with even our most powerful instruments. The presence of the galaxy cluster Max J1149 allows astronomers to study for the first time. This has been possible for an individual star at such great distance. So, yeah, basically they go through it. A previous star with somewhat similar characteristics was nicknamed Godzilla for its monstrous brightness by the same authors. The team decided to keep up the theme, calling the class of stars these two belong to Kaijiu stars, after the Japanese film monsters, and naming this one Mothra. If you're gonna have the king of the monsters, you gotta have the queen as well, right? So what was this? I forget who it was. Were they either on with Professor Keating or I believe maybe Professor Krauss or Carroll's podcast? They were saying basically if you have one, it's like okay, that's a thing. If you have two, okay, you got a set. If you got three, doesn't that give you a class? I think we're up to around 3-ish, something like that. With I think Arendelle is a similar one. But I love the reason they gave for Godzilla. This is also in the actual article. Both Godzilla and Mothra are in galaxies with redshifts of more than Z equals 2. That's pretty far away, placing them more than 15 billion light years from Earth. As Mothra's discoverers explain, the monster nature of Godzilla comes with a combination of 3 factors. It is extremely luminous and likely undergoing a major outburst. 2 is close to the caustic of a powerful gravitational lens. 3 is further magnified by a relatively large yet invisible substructure. Yeah. So I don't know. It also happens to be a blue supergiant. It happens to be quite hot. I don't know. The Godzilla name seems very fitting to me. But yeah, so we got that. We've got actual. We got this article, which actually came out this past September. So when was it? Astronomy and Astrophysics with the organizational articles. So yes, Godzilla monster lurks in the Sunburst galaxy. But so that's actually cool. Oh, I actually didn't even get through that part. I basically just skimmed, I think, around up to that. Oh, I think they are actually trying to figure out if it was a supermassive black hole doing the diffraction there. Hey, that's sciencing. Sweet. But here's also the paper posted by Antoine Petrov. The link is in the doobly-doo. It just got something about. Wait a second. One of my favorite space channels. He's talking about Kaijiu. Hey, welcome, Fractal. Good to see you. I'm like Kaijiu, and then I go onto the video, and then oh god, this is just fantastic. I don't know. This is why I love the internet, just because it's like all right, you just kind of go around, and yeah, you come across something like this.
What seems to be a completely new type of stars that we don't really understand at all, but that the scientists behind the study decided to name after the Japanese kaiju monsters. Specifically, we have Godzilla and Mothra, mostly because these stars seem to be extremely large and extremely bright.
I mean, that makes sense to me. But I just think it's absolutely fantastic that we're in an age where it's like, all right, you're getting things that there. It's like we're going to pop culture as the eye of Sauron or something like that. It makes it fun. It helps get people engaged in everything. And I think we do need more of that, just because there's a lot of not cool things going on, like literally right now. So yeah. Hey, all I know is we live in an age where I've made the claim it's the decade of the kaiju. Also, 2023 was the year to see. Rumor has it. So take care of yourselves, everyone. Be safe. It's a crazy world out there, but I think better times are on the horizon. Savvy. Peace out, everyone.